Hey, welcome into Carpooling with Ben. Folks, you know, a lot of times in the winter, even though we've had a mild one, if it's really cold outside, you want to warm up, starting from the inside. And the best people to do that are the Blount family with their Blount Fine Foods. And if you've had soup in the past, chances are it was this guy and his family, Mr. Todd Blount, sir.
Thank you.
You are the head of everything soup. Superlatives.
Yeah.
You are just, you and your family have done tremendous work. I mean, your family lineage in Rhode Island and New England can be traced all the way back. Luther Blount, obviously, with the Blount boats, making all those, I mean, he has over 300 hulls to his name. And I know there's different members of the Blount family. You've got the soup side of things held down.
We ended up on the food side.
Which is good, and it's delicious, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Often a stop for me in Warren.
Well, our history, though, is, 5 generations and started in the seafood world. So that's obviously awesome for Rhode Island, thinking about Narragansett Bay. And interestingly enough, the 5 generations ago was in Barrington, in the Alfred Drown. If you're ever on the East Bay bike path, you're kind of biking right through it. And what's really interesting is, that as that kind of died out, the 2 brothers, Luther and his brother F. Nelson, which is kind of my official namesake, even though I go by Todd, they worked together to recreate the seafood business as clams instead of oysters. So Luther was the engineer. Yep. He worked out the equipment. Nelson was the kind of salesperson, and together they built that business. Luther then went off to build boats, created his own business. Sure. Nelson stayed on the food business, and here we are today. So
you have a big production facility in Warren, Rhode Island, still to this day, and a lovely, in the summertime, right on the water there, nice dockside dining, and then you have the marketplace. You can get soups, and you can have a hot meal there as well year-round.
Correct.
And then you also have a facility in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Right.
And did I notice Texas on the map as well?
Yeah, Texas, we opened up 2016. Really, we're the largest fresh soup manufacturer in the United States, and that goes to grocery stores and to restaurants. And so while we were already shipping all of the country from New England, it made sense to kind of spread out the manufacturing. So we opened up in 2016, McKinney, Texas. We have 300 employees there, as well as opening up in Portland, Oregon in 2020 this year.
Wow.
So, just bought a building, so that gets us out to the West Coast. So
you got the Northeast, you got the Southwest, you got the Northwest. So when are we going to Florida?
That would be.
You got to hit the 4 corners.
Yeah, you know how it is. So, we're real fortunate to have effectively got a fresh soup product, or sides, or mac and cheese, anything in that kettle cooked area. We've been really fortunate to get something in every grocery store in America, club store, not every restaurant, but many restaurants. So now that we've kind of tackled the national side of things, we've built the kind of plants and warehouses to meet that. But really our heart is here in New England. The Clam Shack holds all that seafood history. All those generations are all down into the market and into the Clam Shack. So while we're not really a seafood manufacturer anymore, we put all our heart and soul into the Clam Shack to kind of live that out.
It's funny because I'll talk to people when they come and visit, and if they're not from the area, they'll always say, "Oh, I want to do the New England experience. Right. I want to have something that's chowder and clam cakes or whatever." And they talk about the chowder and they say, all we have in wherever I'm from is Progresso.
Well, here's the thing. So a key clarification.
Okay.
So fresh. So what's interesting is we help pioneer fresh soup.
Okay.
So if you think about it, we all grew up with canned soup, and restaurants actually use canned soup as well as make their own. And what we pioneered is refrigerated soup.
Okay.
So the difference is, it's basically what you would make at home, chilled down, and it's either in those plastic cups or in bags for restaurants and for the hot-to-go soup you buy at the grocery store. And so that's kind of like its own category, and why it's so fast growing is, hey, we don't shop when's the last time you're in the middle of the grocery store, right? Maybe to get toilet paper. Everybody shops on the outside of it, or even better, they're even in that deli area where the food's already made.
Okay.
So think of Dave's Marketplace or some of those places. They get such great food. Our market in Warren, Rhode Island, and our company store in Fall River kind of have a few of those kind of really grab and go items. So we're going along with that trend and really just making more and more new stuff.
So you're moving though that
Yeah,
direction.
really just grab and go, just the way we all shop these days. Need a quick meal, and soup's a perfect place for that. The other thing that's awesome about soup, you're talking about kind of feeling great and warm in the winter, or chowder in the summer to kind of have that authentic experience. Soup can hit every nutritional, whatever diet you're on, whatever, like, hey, I'm going vegan, I'm going, I'm on a carnivorous diet. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
And then, so whatever it takes, we've got it. And that's something that, like, as trends come and go, soup kind of just follows along. Yeah, the broccoli cheddar and the chowder are the biggest things going, but at the end of the day, you can still add all these other trends. So it's been really fun, and being refrigerated soup, unlike canned, we can change the packaging quicker, so we can do more things that are on trend, and then you can discontinue them if they don't work out. And restaurants have always done that, and then we're kind of helping bring that to retail. So that's a big shift that our company has really been leading, but we're also riding the wave, right? So the grocery stores, those buyers know what they want, and then the consumers also tell us. It really is a lot of fun.
Obviously, this can be viewed worldwide, but if you are in the New England area, ladies and gentlemen, go follow these guys on social media, because every now and then you have this little thing, you cause quite a buzz, quite a bit of traffic too, the soup sales.
Yeah, so interesting.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, we create, it's like a pop-up, really. Sometimes people show up like, was there a soup sale here? Yeah, we're like an hour ago, and there's just like nothing left. Because we've done them at the Crescent
empty cases
Park. The Crescent Park parking lot in East Providence.
Yeah, by the carousel there.
By the carousel, that's been kind of a popular spot. We're going to have our first one in Fall River on the 22nd, February 22nd.
Okay.
And we have a BlountRetail.com is really the website for our local Rhode Island and Massachusetts stores. And we have one link on there called just sale.
Okay.
And that way, as the sales come and go, they move around. We usually have about 2 weeks notice.
Okay.
And but it's basically 1 to 2 truckloads every time. And people are like, hey, why can't you post what it's going to be? Honestly, we don't always know.
Okay.
Believe it or not, restaurant chains, we make a special formula. Well, it's over. The sale's over. We have some left over. Sometimes, hey, there's too much, too little of a certain thing. So it's really excess product and things that weren't exactly like the customer wanted, but were things that are still taste great.
Sure.
So yeah, and you go by the case. I mean, it's like 16 pounds of soup for $5 to $10.
Can't beat
What
that.
do you do with that?
That's you have a party.
Yeah, you do.
You have a party.
We've already filled Rhode Island and Southern Mass, fridges and freezers several times over the last year. But people just, they always make room for more. So those are fun to keep an eye on, and really, the best way we can connect to the community is not only, our first mission through our business is to feed people. And so we really have the ability to help out people, whether it's because they're hungry or because they're raising money by selling food, or we're bringing our Blount food truck, our soup truck, to events to kind of just support a 5K or a community event. It really just lets us be part of it.
Well, that's something I wanted to touch on as well. Family run, family started, multi-generational. You still have such a strong tie and believe in the community service and being good corporate community partners.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about your charitable and nonprofit efforts.
Yeah, so we started out with your kind of traditional, like, hey, we give money to certain things for their budget for nonprofits and religious organizations, and then we also we'd give out food for certainly the Rhode Island Food Bank, Boston Food Bank, but over time we ended up partnering with We Share Hope, Providence Rescue Missions, these folks, the Dream Center, that they really wanted to cater their feeding programs to certain products and certain things. So they're coming in every week to do that, or we'll actually help host the event, where we'll actually bring the food. Another one is the Elisha Project, and these are really neat, smaller communities. Not the food bank's great; that's kind of the default. But then we target these other groups, and where possible, we bring our employees to help volunteer.
That's
and
great.
that really makes the connection. So
Sure.
now all of a sudden, something they made, they can either be help serving or be at the event and with their family and be proud that they were part of the solution. So, I mean, there's really no better thing with community involvement is food.
Yeah.
I mean, half the things we do are around food to begin
Sure.
with. So,
You tied it in by saying the whole point that you can get a lot of the nutritional value, daily nutritional
point,
value
yeah.
you need.
Right.
And when it's a soup kitchen or a food bank, or it's easier to give them one product.
Right.
I mean, you want variety.
Sure.
It's important, but that one product that you're helping to support with is incredible. That's really something special, and I just know, because I've seen you and employees and staff at different events throughout the community. It's great. You're not a stranger to help out, which is excellent, which is commendable.
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to do about 1 million cups of soup a year that we end up either donating direct to the food bank or serving. And it really has been, again, something we're most proud of. We do it also in Texas as well, and host events like the Empty Bowls, which is kind of a popular style event that you see in a lot of communities do,
Sure.
where they serve soup from restaurants, of course, which we kind of become in the middle of that, as well as artists get involved and make bowls that then get given away. And it's like everybody gets involved in the process, and so they feed people and they also raise money for local charity.
What we need is somebody, because you folks are wonderful people. The one thing you don't do well is toot your own horn enough. But we need somebody, with all the good stuff you do, we need somebody to rewrite the song from Rent, 1 million bowls of chowder.
Yeah, we really need a soup-themed...
bowls of lobster bisque. Talking about soup.
Wow.
Gotta love the Blount soup. Right?
Yeah, well,
I'll get
can
on
we
that.
hire you for that?
Well, I'll break out the accordion,
you
maybe
can
the
write it.
squeeze box, and we just lose that video. I think everybody.
Yeah.
You brought some props. Talk to me
so,
about I'm excited
so
about this.
one of the cool things, we like to, one thing we like to toot our horn about is being the national company, largest fresh soup manufacturer. I'll
Sure.
probably say that 3 more times.
Sorry.
But we wanted to be part of the local soup movement, and so hey, we've got the Clam Shack, we've got this national soup kind of muscle, and so we said, well, wait a minute. Let's make our own soup.
Soup muscle,
let's do
muscle.
Yeah. We don't have, muscle soup never took off, unfortunately.
No.
But the clam chowder. So what we did is we took our famous Clam Shack locally and made it into a kind of more home and local look. So Rhode Island's in Southern Mass has some excellent new food startups.
Yeah.
And here we are like a national company, but sometimes it's harder to even sell product in our backyard. So we have awesome customers here, but we wanted to give them something special. So we made this a Rhode Island only product for about 1.5 years.
Okay.
So we have all the chowder, the lobster bisque, and what else do we have? Shrimp and corn.
That's
and
my favorite.
What's great is this is a little secret, Ben, that I know you're going to like, is this little picture here. I don't know if this looks familiar to you, but this is a handsome guy.
I've seen that guy.
Yeah. So
never ages, which is incredible.
That's great. That's called stipple art, by the way. So it's kind of like your shaving situation.
Thank you.
Yeah, but stipple. So that being said,
it was a new razor this morning. Come on.
So this is available at all the local stores like Tom's, Dave's, and Clement's, the types of and some of the smaller farm stands. So we really wanted to be part of the local food movement. So we're really excited about that. Believe it or not, other parts around the country now are starting to pick it up.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun. And then we launched what we call Blount's Family Kitchen.
Oh.
So we do a lot of store brand products. So, we're in every grocery store, but a lot of times under the store brand, also under the Panera Bread at home brand. But to have our own brand, we did Blount's Family Kitchen, and we did some actual consumer research.
Okay.
Basically, like me asking you and your family what's important to you. And this it resonated the most. Blount's Family Kitchen being kind of like, hey, from our kitchen to your kitchen, we're going to help you make something to feed your family. So we did a lot of meals and bowls, single-serve bowls, and these are for sale at our factory stores.
So that's perfect for if you're going to
This is a beef
work.
stroganoff. Yeah, you can, it's refrigerated, but you can heat it in the microwave. So this is a new line, and we'll be continuing to come out with more things. Our fastest-growing category is mac and cheese, under a variety of brands.
Sure.
I mean, how many ways can you eat mac and cheese now? I don't know, but there's just, it's endless. Buffalo mac and cheese. We did a dill pickle mac and cheese, smoked Gouda mac and cheese. So that's just an area that, I think is going to be endless. So we're pretty excited about that as well.
What's on the horizon for you folks?
Well, we're still making anything you can make in a kettle, we're still pumping out, but we want to continue to expand. One of the really neat areas is providing grocery stores with hot-to-go foods.
Okay.
So like Whole Foods has got the most expensive version, but even Shaw's and Stop and Shop and Market Basket have some other good options. So providing great mac and cheese, soup for the hot soup bar, and being really creative about that. After that, we just have to look at, things that are still prepared foods, whether that's quiches, pot pies, different sauces, things that can be used that kind of can extend the line. So that's kind of how we look at it. But we're really fortunate in that, again, riding that fresh food wave is making a big difference. Probably the biggest thing that I just, a shout out for both the community and for the growth that is to our employees.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, we have 1,100 employees and another 100 or two between Rhode Island and Massachusetts. So we, these guys go to bat for us because, you mentioned the cold weather. Soup is still seasonal.
Sure.
I mean, we're trying like anything to make it a daily part of everybody's daily menu. But at the end of the day, there is kind of the ramp up. There's the the buyers want to do like a back to school sale that leads into the holidays and fill the shelves. So soup is kind of seasonal. Well, our employees have to go crazy. I mean, they're working 6, even sometimes 7 days through October, November, then the holidays. So these guys, part of why we want to give back to the community is because that's where everybody lives.
Yeah.
And so, amazing group of people. They work in cold, hot conditions, long days, and then they go into a mode where it's a little quieter. Generally good, but also you got to be able to balance that. So
sure.
We've been really excited about trying to be a best employer of Rhode Island 5 years in a row.
And
so
you do have a number of job openings, so I mean,
Yeah.
always encourage people to go online. You're always looking for the best.
Yeah, Fall River is our headquarters, so we've got a real wide variety of jobs, everything that you can imagine. And it's a great place to work. We do work hard, but I think that's rewarding. And and being part of the community is kind of a point of pride.
Awesome.
And it's not all the clam chowder and clam cakes you can eat, but I mean, we do give away coupons and have a great employee discount.
Well, there you go. I mean, if there's any incentive, ladies and gentlemen, there it is right there. Todd, this has been awesome. It has been a pleasure getting to have you in the car here.
Yeah,
Trust me, my wife and I and the little Foster man, we do frequent that
Awesome.
Lauren shop as often as possible because it's
Appreciate
delicious,
that.
it's good, it's healthy for you, and you are awesome community and corporate minded. So Todd, thanks for hopping in the car.
Ben. Thanks for keeping me
You
safe.
have a super day.
Awesome. Nice. I like that.
I saw a sign.
You got a place for that.